April 27th, 2084. People used to write in their journals in order to record every day's events. I don't know why, but it came to me that I wanted to do the same, to leave a trace that maybe one day will reach future generations. Amongst the sea of information everywhere, maybe I can select the most important things to offer a brief story of what the world is today. I've read in a book that humanity used to be so colorful. Kids used to play outside having a great time with their friends, seeing their faces directly without needing any devices. They could merely lay on the grass and look up at the sky, imagining shapes in the clouds. But that changed. With the rise of technology, the human can now use machines to do most things, avoiding himself a lot of effort. This has led to a separation between people, since interactions weren't necessary anymore, because entertainment is now literally in our pockets at all times. The link between us is pretty much broken. It reminds me of a philosopher I heard about, Rousseau, who said that the human was good at birth, but that society corrupted him. Hopefully, technology isn't all that bad. In fact, Karl Marx, the primary creator of communism and a philosopher on the side, would be very happy with us. His way of thinking was that if humanity could destroy the restraints put on him by the world by using technology and nature, we should. This is what we did. By using our long history of smart working, we've developed inventions, machines, and contraptions that allow much more than before. Prosthetics, wheelchairs, cars, planes, computers, cell phones, electronic instruments, vacuums, lights, microphones, microwaves, ATMs. So many things, all because humans millions of years ago decided to pick up silex and turn it into something more effective. Quite a marvelous change, if you ask me. That is what makes us so different to animals, according to philosophers. The fact we have the power of being both producers and consumers, while having the mind to conceptualize, of having ideas. That is Descartes' way. He said that humanity is the only one that can do such an amazing thing. He called it human specificity. But this technology we created does bring an issue. If we can modify ourselves the way we want, even going as far as changing our cells before birth to make us perfect, aren't we creating a giant gap between people who will be able to have that technology versus people who will never even come close to it? We need to think about it. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. Descartes' favorite sentence, simple as that. Only a mind that can think and conceptualize can be called human. But what if a computer started expressing feelings, thoughts? What if it said, I think, therefore I am, on its own? Would it become a human to us? That is, in fact, the current question. Machines were developed so much that they became equal to us in thoughts. It, of course, caused an outrage from the people, two sides dividing themselves, one protecting the robots, saying they now have the right to live, the other swearing they should merely be possessions. There have also been cases of relationships between humans and robots. It almost looks like the drama about homosexuality. It is strangely close to it. Such a weird question, one that humans cannot answer. It is hard enough describing humans, so trying to figure out the solution to one that isn't us. But an argument that people do bring up is religion. According to multiple philosophers, we are creations of God, while others deny that fact or have a different approach to it. That's something that didn't change in a long time. Religion is still a big part of society, as it dictates the way people act. And like the way we see humanity, everyone has their own interpretation. Rousseau, for example, thinks God is mostly present through nature, and not through the church. Oh, and talking about nature, I remember seeing images in books of big lush green forests, but I guess this is a thing of the past. Except for a few spots, which are now preserved by governments, protected with the necessary powers and laws. When Descartes said that we should use nature to our advantage, since it was there for us, I do not think he expected us to consume it so much. Almost like a wildfire, except a wildfire that could consume 4 times what Earth produces. Even my grandma told me her generation began being scared for nature when she was pretty young. But that didn't stop companies from continuing. Hopefully, our ancestors did see into the future, and they developed technologies to help humanity reach a new state, effectively becoming Homo cosmicus. Or, at least we are in the way of becoming it, which is the only way we can grow, for Karl Marx. It is still in research, but who knows? Maybe one day we will make it to the stars. We're one step closer, only a few more to go. I wonder if this is the feeling people 50 years ago felt about today. To conclude, all I can say is, humanity is very complex. It wants the best for itself, sometimes forgetting that it isn't alone in this world. Good intentions turn to devastated landscapes and gaps in society. Humanity is still growing, presented with issues that will have to be taken care of by everyone together, united. Maybe it is the demise we've caused that will join us. Let's march forward and hope for the best.